Hello, fellow YouTubers, truth seekers, and Mandela affected. I'm Darkwolf, and this is Darkwolf's Den. I'd like to thank everybody for looking at this and taking the time out to see what we got going on over here. I really do appreciate everybody. Our subscriber count is growing just a little bit more now, a little quicker. I said I'd try to get videos out when I had something to talk about, and let me tell you, this topic right here, I've been putting this off for a while because, well, I'll be honest with you. I've searched many times Mandela effect, the downloads, and you can't find it. You hear people talk about it all the time. You hear it in every conversation about Mandela effect, but you never really hear anybody define it or find a video on it. So it's time to end that. I'm going to do my best to explain what the downloads are. So bear with me, guys. It's going to be more of a relaxed, laid-back type video. Um, I've got a direction, so I know where I'm going, but it might be more casual and not quite the fact approach. Although you know me, it will be fact based. All right, guys. I'm going to quit rambling. Move along with this. So there's three categories when it comes to the downloads that I've been able to suss out so far. And like I said, I've never really seen anybody do a video on this or had. I've been studying this for a couple of years, and I've kind of tried really hard myself to define this in a way that is understandable more than just saying the downloads and everybody knows what you mean. So from what I've been able to suss out, there's three categories. Number one, memory rewrites. This is the most prominent. These generally happen to those that are asleep. The ones that are not awake to reality shifts, reality changes, generally not awake to stuff going around them. You know, the 9 to 5 sleep work guys. The common person, if you will. These typically happen at a shift, and this is where when reality changes, it's changed instantly for them. There's no question to it. They know this. The way it is now is the way it always was. We call these sometimes the NPCs, non-playable characters, the ones that just kind of think we're the weirdos, confabulationists. you know, generally speaking, they would get these downloads immediately and accept them. It usually, again, happens at a shift, from what I've been able to suss out. It happens to match the current reality as is. Like I said, whatever it is now, they have that memory now, and always have. I mean, it overwrites. This happens globally. I've not found any specific spot where it has or has not happened. This is a general effect of the Mandela effect. Second category is dual memories. Now, let's try that again. We experience this a lot as the affected. And you can argue who's the affected, who isn't. I'm going to use the affected as those that see the Mandela effect, and from here out, that's what we'll understand as the affected. So this does affect everyone. You can see it a lot of times when you're asking people about this, the reactions you get. This is where a lot of this falls into place. However, especially us in the community, I know we have experienced this more than once. I know I have. When you see a video on the Mandela effect, and I don't see nothing wrong with that, and they show you the other one, you go, oh man, I don't remember. Both of them look right. Dual memories. This happens to everyone. It's conflicting memories. It's where you've got, like I said, two different memories of two different things. It's almost instant. Now, what I mean by that, that goes more for the when you're talking to somebody about the Mandela effect, and you ask them, "Hey, do you remember Jiffy?" "Oh yeah, I love Jiffy. Yeah. Well, you know it never existed. It was Jiff, right?" "Oh yeah, that's right. It was Jiff. Yeah, you're right. No, wait a minute. It's almost instant, like, oh, it changed just like that for them. Even though they're 100% sure of it. And I've seen this happen on all, well, I ain't going to say all, I don't know all, though. A lot of the Mandela effects, or at least the ones that I use. I've had this experience a couple times, not many, just a few times, where I'll ask somebody and they'll be, 100% on it. And then when I tell them what it is now, they're like, oh yeah, you're right. And you can see a change in their eyes and their mentality altogether. It's like they received an instant download. I don't know. I know to some it's going to sound crazy, especially to those that don't even understand the Mandela effect. So if you're judging me by that, sorry, you might want to do some research into my earlier videos. All right. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling a little bit. You guys get the idea, though. This again has globally. I've not seen any area where this hasn't happened. At least from the research that I've done. Um, it's just again another part of the Mandela effect, another part of the downloads. And then there's category 3. Now this is the one that really disturbs and intrigues me, because I've had this experience in my own life twice. Not myself, but the ones around me. And I guess some could say me, whatever, but this happens to everyone. Usually happens at a shift. And the reason I believe, this happens to everyone. I've heard stories upon stories upon stories on Facebook. My husband's not the same person. My wife's not the same person. My best friends aren't the same people. Personally, I watched my whole circle of best friends play musical attitudes or musical personalities, I'm sorry, twice. Once in a year later, once again. And the second time, somebody else pointed it out to me, whom I had pointed out to the first time. Only one person noticed it the second go round, besides myself. So that was way back before the Mandela effect was ever created or coined. I'm going to say created, it was not created. The phrase was coined to name the effect. And why do I think this happened? I think this happens from too many rewrites at once, too many memory downloads at the same time. I believe could be enough to trigger a whole different personality. If enough memories are different, enough things in the past are different, they're going to be a slightly different person. Now, why all my friends just switched personalities, I still can't explain that. But the downloads really make sense to me in this category especially, because we've all seen it. People we've known, people around us, we've seen it on YouTube, if nothing else. We know the reports. This is the downloads that are the heaviest. This is the personality changes, sometimes called consciousness changes. This could be what is creating the idea of the sliding or the consciousness changing. This could be just a rewrite. Maybe as affected or getting either different rights or not getting the rewrite, or I don't know, not accepting it fully. I'm not quite sure, and I don't understand that part of it, why we're different. I've got theories, but I can't concretely say I know why. However, this is the strangest part when somebody refers to the downloads and a personality change. That just boggles my mind. No one, and I mean no one, is safe. We're all suspect to this. Why? Because we're human. It has something to do with us being human and our perception thereof. That's all I know for sure. The downloads, however, themselves, I think I know where they're coming from, but I'm not sure. I believe it could be the universal correction. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my last video, CERN plus Blinky. It'll explain it more in depth, but basically the universal correction theory is kind of what I'm renaming it. It sounds a little better. Even though I'm not changing the name of the video, it's still CERN plus Blinky. I like that. However, the universal correction theory, or the idea that the universe has to correct itself to stay alive, if you will. It automatically corrects itself. Think about it. Scientists themselves say that it is fine-tuned for life. That in itself is something. That's intriguing as can be, no matter who you are or what you believe. That is extremely intriguing. On top of that, reality itself is changing, yet we're not being ripped apart or disappear altogether. So reality is not changing enough to destroy mankind, but it's changing. So maybe, just maybe, the blinking universe has something to do with this. Now, I'm not going to go into the theory. You've got to go back and watch my last video if you want to see that. But that's what I do believe is also could be the culprit for the downloads. Downloading the new information from the new particles or the new realities that are being connected to. I could be completely wrong. I really could be. I never will say I'm right unless I know I am and have facts to back it up. This is theories. This is ideas. But this is an explanation of the downloads as best I know how to do it. Like I said, I've never seen anybody cover it on YouTube, so maybe I'm the first. Maybe I've missed some. If I have, I apologize. I do try to keep up with a lot of the videos. I try to look every couple of days, but maybe I missed one. Anyway, when you hear somebody talking about the downloads, it's memory rewrites. This is what they're talking about. So we have an announcement. If you've stuck around this long, we really do appreciate it. We are no longer will have ads on our videos at all. I went through and turned them off myself. YouTube's going to turn them off anyway. Matter of fact, I think they were going to turn them off today. Yeah, they were going to turn them off today anyway. So, oh well. However, if you would like to support this channel, you will no longer, even if we get enough subscribers to meet their cap and turn it back on, we're not going to do it. We refuse to. We will no longer use the YouTube ad platform. However, if you would like to donate to this channel, there is a way to do it. We are now accepting cryptocurrency donations. The send addresses will be in the description box below. If you don't know what cryptocurrency is, please look into this. I know the conspiracies behind it. I know the questionability behind it. I've listened to all of it. I love Anthony Patch. I love a lot of those that explain the woo-woo side of what could come from the blockchain. However, look into it on both sides. I beg of you, do all your research. Don't listen to what anybody tells you. Look for yourself, especially if it's mainstream media. The argument also has been brought up to me that could be used for legal nefarious purposes. I just ask how much cash has been used for legal nefarious purposes and is every day. Clinton Foundation, for instance. Just saying. Anyway, we do accept Bitcoin, LiteCoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. If you are interested in that, please check out the description below. There's a link to a place called Coinbase. If you'd like to join that, you can get $10 as well as me. Yes, we both profit. For your first $100, they will give you $10 free. And definitely please check it out, guys. Please look into this. This is going to be the future of currency eventually. This has got a real strong future. The blockchain is a definite brand new. It's the next version of the internet, guys. I'm telling you, please look into this. Anyway, this is it for now. I'm Darkwolf. I really appreciate it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.